It's time for GMA3, Race Against Time to find survivors. After the catastrophic earthquake in Colombia, more than 130 are now confirmed dead. Amidst the widespread devastation, we are on the scene in Medellin. What do you get when you combine job searching and doom scrolling?
I just couldn't stop thinking about how there'd be a missed opportunity.
It's called doom jobbing, and it might not be great for your job journey. We're going to tell you how to avoid it and stand out from the pack. And oh baby, the boom taking over Hollywood. Anne Hathaway, the mother of maternity looks, rocking the red carpet, plus news about new mama Aubrey Plaza. And why Jon Hamm's house is over the moon this morning. It's time for GMA3.
Put your hands up. Hello, I'm Rebecca Jarvis.
And I'm Will Reeve here with Gio Benitez. So glad you could join us on this Tuesday.
That's right. I love that Jon Hamm meme, right? It's so good. We've got a great show ahead here, including the cast of the Shards. It is such a fun show. They're bringing us back to the 80s with their new drama. And they sat down with Rhiannon and Allie to share the inside scoop on one of the hottest shows streaming this summer. And believe me, it is hot.
It is. So is the soundtrack. That's what really brings me back. Plus, we've got a deep dive into the mysterious disappearance of a family of 4. And Ashan Singh is here to tell us about his new true crime podcast.
All right, and we do have a lot of news to get to today. We're going to start with the desperate search for survivors after that catastrophic earthquake in Colombia. The death toll climbing after one of the most powerful quakes there in more than a decade. Faith Abube is on the scene in Medellin with the latest. Hello, Faith.
Well, we are in country. However, we are making our way to those devastated areas. Right now, we're in Medellin, where you can see that there are people who live here. There are people who actually felt the quake here yesterday. There were buildings that were shaking. People had to run into the streets for their lives. It's actually further down south where all that devastation, those dramatic images we've been seeing are coming in from. We've seen those flattened buildings, the people trapped in those collapsed buildings, as well as the dozens of people who are now dead.
The desperate search for survivors across Colombia after a massive 7.4 earthquake rocked the country Monday. The deadly earthquake, the most powerful to hit the country in more than a decade. Entire apartment buildings seen splitting apart, leaving clouds of dust and rubble. At least 61 buildings collapsed and over 1,600 homes damaged or destroyed. Residents seen fleeing as structures around them crumbled. In Cali, at least 20 buildings collapsed, rescuers using their bare hands and buckets to scoop debris as they search for any signs of life. Amid the devastation, a remarkable rescue. The 6-month-old baby, covered in dust, pulled alive from the rubble. And a woman is seen being pulled through this hole in a hospital that had partially collapsed. She was tied to a rescuer who then rappelled them both down the wall to safety. Travelers at the airport taking cover under a counter, desperately waiting for the shaking to stop. Parts of the ceiling falling just feet away. In Manizales, video capturing parts of this historic cathedral collapsing, one of the spires falling sideways. More than 220 people now dead and at least 572 others injured, with those numbers expected to rise.
And guys, Colombia is now under a national emergency. There is help coming in. In fact, the U.S. has now pledged more than $15 million towards emergency shelter, some food, and other aid. Guys.
My goodness, Faith, that video is so unbelievable, and our hearts and thoughts are with all of those families right now. Faith, thank you for your reporting there from Colombia. Now to growing concerns about the nation's food supply, as multiple foodborne illnesses are causing outbreaks across the country, and Elizabeth Scholze has been tracking this story. Hey, Elizabeth.
Hey, Gio, these foodborne illness outbreaks are creating a lot of confusion in the grocery aisle. Now some of the nation's biggest grocery stores are racing to pull products with jalapenos off their shelves as the FDA warns of a salmonella outbreak that's made hundreds of people sick across 27 states. Walmart, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, and Target recalling some guacamole dips and salsa with jalapenos. Kroger, Albertsons, H-E-B, and Walmart also pulling meat and poultry products with jalapenos like wraps, burritos, and enchiladas. Now, many of these voluntarily recalled jalapeno products, which are so far not tied to any positive salmonella cases, were made by Taylor Farms. That's the same company linked to the deadly cyclosporiasis outbreak traced to iceberg lettuce. The FDA says that the lettuce came from central Mexico, while the jalapenos were traced to a different region in Mexico and then distributed by a company called Coast Citrus. But these outbreaks are spotlighting Taylor Farms' broad reach within the nation's food supply. The company said last year it made 40% of all salad kits that were sold in the U.S. and accounted for 265 million servings of fresh vegetables each week. Many of its products go to food distributors and then they go on to hospitals and schools. And now with kids going back to school, administrators say they are on alert to make sure that the food supply is safe, guys.
Yeah, and it just goes to show you how complex the food supply truly is now. Elizabeth, thank you. We're going to go now to a new March of Dimes report finding that more than 1 in 3 counties in the U.S. qualify as maternity care deserts. That's where women cannot get the care they need through their pregnancy. And Leslie Lopez has those details. And this is really troubling, Leslie.
It's alarming, the numbers. As we're going to show you, they are quite astounding, especially if you're thinking about having a baby. It should be the most exciting time of your life. But for 2.4 million women of reproductive age, it's a struggle to find a doctor or a hospital. And a lot of that depends on where you live. Now, this report revealed 1 in 3 counties are a so-called desert, meaning there's no birthing hospital, no birth center, and no OB clinician. I mean, if you live away from a city, it's even worse, with 58% of rural counties lacking OB clinicians. Now, being able to pay for that is also a challenge. Now, 1 in 9 women are uninsured, and the highest rates are in the South. And again, it looks like in rural areas. Now, in the last couple of years alone, at least 96 labor units closed across 35 states. In addition to more federal money for maternity wards in remote areas, some solutions could include expanding the midwife workforce and increasing maternity hubs so women aren't forced to travel far to give birth. But pretty unbelievable to know that those are the numbers.
It's really troubling.
2.4 million women.
Wow.
When it should be the best, most beautiful time in your life. Leslie, thanks for sharing that with us today. Coming up here, we've got top news with Hannah Battah.
Pop news time. It's Hannah Battah.
Yeah, and I sort of have the pop news variety bag for you guys this afternoon. Something for everybody. So let's start pop news with some music news. Just 10 days after Ariana Grande dropped her 8th studio album, Petal, she's taken over the Billboard's Top 200 global chart. 5 of her songs are in the top 10, with Petal and Hate That I Made You Love Me hitting numbers 1 and 2. As for the Billboard's Hot 100 chart, you guessed it, Ella Langley's Choosing Texas is still being chosen for the top spot. But Ariana Grande isn't far behind, with 2 of her songs charting there as well. I'm seeing.
I wish we could get a camera on
It's such a banger. It's just so good.
Well, I didn't realize you were such a Langley fan.
I am Ella Fella.
Ella Fella.
And Ella. We need to get some cowboy boots next time we talk about Ella Langley. Very fitting. But hey, it's top females because Ari isn't far behind. Her 25th song in the top 10 is now made it to the official Hot 100 in her career. So a lot of celebrations for both of them all around. But I agree, that song is catchy. It'll be stuck in your head the rest of the day now. And now in movie news, the toys have been talking on tech all summer on the big screen, and now Toy Story 5 is gearing up to head to your living room. Starting next week, fans will finally be able to watch the billion-dollar box office sensation at home with the movie's digital release set for 1 week from today. And to celebrate, the studio sent us an exclusive behind-the-scenes clip from the recording booth. Check it out.
Howdy, folks. Coast clear?
We learned early on that a microphone loves some people's voices.
It's been too long, cowboy.
They do such a great job of casting people's special voice qualities.
Jumping jelly beans, will you all just settle down?
Smarty!
Atlas!
Wow!
Snappy!
Lily?
Uh-oh.
Are you kidding me?
Let's try it again.
The digital version of Toy Story 5 will come with a whole lot of bonus content just like that, including more moments from the recording booths, inside looks at the animation process, and interviews with the cast. Toy Story 5 will be available to buy digitally next Tuesday, August 18th. I love those recording booth moments.
Yeah.
It's so cool to see that behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And
but
what
hey, Disney, like all of us would love to do that. Right? That looks fun.
Well, I was just thinking, I'm looking forward to all of that becoming the soundtrack of my life when it comes out digitally, because it will be on repeat in the Hanson Jarvis house.
Your house and mine.
Yes.
And finally, to some tiny news that's cause for big celebrations. Hollywood is booming with babies. John Hamm Sam and his wife Anna are going to be first-time parents pretty soon. Sources telling People that the Emmy Award-winning actor and his wife, also an actress in hits like Mad Men and Your Friends and Neighbors, are expecting their first child together. And Aubrey Plaza has a lot to celebrate because People is also reporting that she welcomed her first baby with her boyfriend Christopher Abbott. Anne Hathaway is also bringing a +1 to her red carpet appearances after appearing in The Devil Wears Prada 2 and The Odyssey. Anne is showing off her really cute baby bump on the red carpet for her next movie coming out called The End of Oak Street. So a huge congratulations to all. And I love that Anne Hathaway is showing off that baby bump.
She looks fabulous.
She totally does.
All of them do.
All right, Hannah, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Great pop news. And coming up, what happened to the McStays? Ashan Singh is here to talk about his new podcast that's taking a deep dive into the mysterious disappearance of a family of 4. Stay with us.
We are back with a deep dive into the search for answers after a family of 4 vanished without a trace. ABC's 2020 just launched its True Crime Plus podcast subscription channel with a newly dropped series, What Happened to the McStays? And our Ashan Singh hosts the podcast. He is here to tell us about it. Welcome, Ashan.
Thank you.
I'm really glad you're doing this because you've had your eye on this story for some time now. Tell us a little bit about the McStays and why you were drawn to this and what the podcast will do.
Yeah, Rebecca, I think instead of your classic whodunit, this is literally a what happened. You know, this is instead of just trying to find out who the killer is, it's literally this family of 4 that's living this seemingly American dream of a life. Young family that's moved into the San Diego suburbs. They've got their new house. They're ready to start this next chapter. Their 2 kids are under the age of 5. And all of a sudden, they literally get up and disappear.
Wow.
Like the brother of the father of the family is expecting a phone call from his brother saying, hey, what's good for the week? And ends up going to the house to check on the family and realizes that they have literally disappeared. And so the first half of our story is sort of figuring out what actually did happen to this family. So it's got a few different twists and turns. And when we actually figure out what happens, it turns out that the family was brutally murdered. It becomes this incredible investigation that is circumstantial and it takes years for them to actually complete. The crime happens in 2010. The family doesn't know what's happened to the family for years until the body's found in 2014.
Oh, wow.
And then the next several, 5 years, are investigators trying to piece together a crime scene that literally doesn't exist. So it's kind of unlike any other true crime story that we've gotten to dive deep on.
And as you mentioned, they vanished in 2010, and the case grew cold for a while. How did technology play a role in helping crack what did happen?
Yeah, it's happening at this unique time. I know 2010 doesn't feel that long ago, but like you think about the iPhone, right?
Yeah.
It was introduced in 2007, wasn't really ubiquitous until years later, where everybody felt like they had an iPhone. And so it's almost like we didn't really know what these technologies were capable of back then. And so when they do kind of get their eye on a suspect and start investigating into how he could have been at the scene of the crime, help bury the bodies, or it's really cell phone data and geolocating that really kind of do him in. And when you go back to a time like 2010, you just assume you turn off your cell phone, you're in the clear.
So they still had that data.
They had that data. It's almost like they learned how to use it in the next several years. And so it becomes this case of this guy couldn't have foreseen the technology that would have done him in at that time. We had no idea. And so it becomes a really fascinating look into just how kind of cell phone tower data and sort of the advent of the iPhones has sort of changed the way that we're able to kind of track where people are at all times, right? That it becomes this sort of story of, you know, you live in a world of 2026, there's cameras everywhere.
Right.
Our moves are recorded all the time. You go back to 2010, this idea of a family just getting up and leaving, it almost feels like a crime that couldn't happen anymore. And so technology really does play a huge part in tracking this case down years later.
You know, you were telling me about this podcast yesterday, and you were saying like this wasn't something that you were just like sitting down and reading from a script. Like you were doing real reporting here. You and your team were really investigating this. So with everything that you did end up learning, what do you hope the listener really walks away with after they hear this? Yeah,
for sure. I think because it isn't just a whodunit, it is a what happened. Like the listener gets a chance to kind of go on the full journey of this investigation. It becomes this real investigation into, you know, not just what happened, but the whodunit of it all, and just sort of trying to understand that it's not really cut and dry. I kind of left this case scratching my head because there is no physical evidence that this guy was convicted on. And so there are a few red herrings. There's a few other different suspects that you can kind of key in on. And hopefully listeners, while there is a conviction, they may have their own opinions and conclusions about what could have possibly happened to the McStays.
Well, and that's the beauty of a podcast, because you can really dig in, and people are going to dig in right along with you, Ash. And thank you so much for bringing this to us, and congratulations on all the work. You can listen to What Happened to the McStays now wherever you get your podcasts, or you can stream it ad-free by subscribing to 2020 True Crime Plus on Apple Podcasts. Coming up here, your back-to-school shopping guide with trendy styles for the first day and the whole school year. Oh, wow. We got some cuties.
Welcome back to GMA3. Let's get to James Longman with the latest headlines you need to know.
Thanks, guys. Here's what you need to know. A 9 p.m. curfew for those under 18 years old looks like it may be introduced in Charlotte, North Carolina. The police chief says it's just another tool to get badly behaved teens under control, but some council members worry kids who aren't doing anything wrong will end up with police records. A vote at the city council is expected in about 2 weeks. If approved, most of the curfew violations are expected to be handled in juvenile court. Shake Shack is responding after a viral video showed a Shake Shack kiosk raising prices after a customer chose the no-tip option at checkout. The man orders 3 milkshakes, and after he declines to leave a tip, the price of each shake increases by 50 cents. Shake Shack has responded, saying it is not Shake Shack policy, nor that of our licensees, to increase the price of menu items when no tip is added. The company says an investigation found an error within the kiosk technology that has since been resolved. A golfer recorded the moment lightning struck him while on the golf course. It happened on Friday in Cincinnati while he was taking cover under a tree. Moments later, lightning struck, sending sparks flying. The man says he lost feeling in his body and his hearing. He's now recovering. Authorities stress when thunder roars, go indoors. And that's what you need to know. Back to you guys.
All right, James, thank you for that. And you can catch What You Need to Know with 2 episodes that drop daily on Disney+. Gio?
All right, so now to something that will resonate with anyone looking for a job right now. It is never easy, and now there's a new phenomenon that's called doom jobbing that can really add to the stress. And Elizabeth Schulze is back to explain all of this. Elizabeth, what is doom jobbing?
Okay, so Gio, this is a strategy that actually does resonate with a lot of people on the hunt for a job right now. You spend hours on job hiring platforms, endlessly scrolling through postings, getting overwhelmed. We do have some tips for how to avoid this doom jobbing cycle.
We need a break. An entire day with no phones, no screens, no internet.
Move over doom scrolling and say hello to doom jobbing.
It's a full-time job.
People like Sydney Howell spending endless hours scrolling through job postings online.
I just couldn't stop thinking about how there'd be a missed opportunity and someone else would get to it first.
The recent college graduate says she applied to hundreds of jobs, at one point forcing herself to set a timer on her LinkedIn app after spending too much time online.
I'm sure it was in the hundreds. I mean, especially when you're on one of those social media type job sites, some of them have what they call easy apply, where, I mean, it literally just asks, here's a resume, what's your name, your age, and you apply.
And often scanning jobs, but never actually submitting her resume.
There's so many other people out here on the internet. I can see it says over 100 applicants. Why would I be good enough to get it if all these people have applied?
The doom jobbing phenomenon is gaining traction in a challenging job market. A recent Gallup poll found 52% of American workers were watching for or actively seeking a new job, but only 28% of employees said it was a good time to find one.
Says a lot that people are scrolling for jobs almost like for social media at this point, just kind of desperately going down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, you know, the doom jobbing is just kind of this vicious cycle.
LinkedIn career expert Catherine Fisher says you should tailor your profile, resume, and cover letter for each specific job.
Mass applying is not going to help you. What is going to help you is being really strategic. You want to make sure that your skills are matching up to what the job is looking for. You have the experience. And, you know, a kicker is if you have someone in your network who can make that introduction.
Knowing someone to make that introduction can be so challenging, though, especially for recent graduates like Sydney. She was able to land a job as a creative director at a makeup company after a 6-month search. She told us she really didn't have connections, but she would show up in person at businesses that she admired, introduce herself, ask for a manager's email. In other words, she would literally put herself out there, guys.
Yep, literally put yourself out there, and that human-to-human contact, the importance of it cannot be understated. Elizabeth, thanks so much for bringing that to us. We're going to go now to a comedian, Mo Gilligan, who recently challenged himself to eat fried chicken for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 28 days. And he documented all of it in Big Chicken, a fast food conspiracy. We're going to talk to him in a minute, but first take a look. There, he's laughing.
It's nervous laughter. That's what it was.
He's here.
Traumatized.
He's had a lot of fried chicken, and we're going to talk about it. But here's a clip where he is talking with a professor about the effects of the experiment.
The naps as well, and it's not like a power nap because
almost like you're drugged a little bit.
Oh
I feel
my!
Like that's how. Like I don't know, where you're just you're not like, oh, I need sleep and I wake up restored. You're almost like, I gotta sleep this off.
Oh my God! It's like you tracked me somehow, because exactly that word for word is exactly what happens.
And Mo is here. Welcome to GMA3. I love in that clip, you've got fried chicken sitting in front of you. I noticed she does not in that picture.
She doesn't.
You had 84 meals of fried chicken for this.
Yes.
What possessed you to do that?
Well, it was interesting because I love the food, and most people, when you do, a documentary like this, you might go into it of something that you don't love or you might be against and you want to know more about it. Where I like the food, I wanted to know more about it. Me and my friends grew up eating fried chicken, family gatherings. But then I was also posed with a question when I told my friends, they were like, hey, I'm going to do this food doc. They was like, oh, great. I was like, I'm going to go to America. They was like, oh, wow, that's going to be amazing. But the minute I said fried chicken, they was like, ooh, how do you feel about being a black man eating fried chicken? And I don't know where that came from. So I kind of wanted to explore that part of it, but also this food that I like and see where it would take me, basically.
So what did you learn about that sort of changed your perspective on that stereotype?
Yeah, I think for me, we got to go to Houston. I went to a church. That was the first time I went and had, like, I'd say real soul food in America. Cornbread, collard greens. It was sounds
so good.
I was ready to move to Houston. I swear to you, I was ready to move. But it was the first time of hearing the story about fried chicken. There's an amazing scholar. He's a food scholar, and he told me the history of the dish, and it kind of gave me this almost ownership of a dish that was, you eat on Sunday. The dad might have the big piece of chicken, and it changed my perception a little bit of the misconceptions I think I had about it, of feeling embarrassed or not wanting to eat it on television. So that definitely changed my scope on eating fried chicken.
Wow. Fried chicken even more than like once a week, if that isn't particularly good for you, let alone doing it 84 meals in a row over the course of like a month. So how did you end up feeling throughout this process? Were there surprises or anything you weren't expecting?
I think at first, and when you watch it, probably the first 2 minutes, I was like, rah, Netflix are going to really pay me to eat fried chicken. This is the best job. I was like, but it got serious very quickly. I knew the weight change would happen. I didn't know when it would happen. But as time goes on, I didn't know what it would do mentally to my mind. I think that's the part that even I was really surprised. But I'm a stand-up comic. I like making people feel good and laugh for a living. But the minute I would be, up at 3 a.m. because I've had some fried chicken in the evening is when it felt like it got a lot more serious for myself,
And you love to make people laugh, but you're also hoping this starts a conversation.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. Look, I'm in a really fortunate and privileged position to do the job that I do and go around the world and tell my story, do stand-up if you want to call it that. So if I want to get grass-fed chicken, I can do that. But I know there's also people that come to my shows and they can't afford to get grass-fed chicken. But if they can make the chicken themselves, it goes back to where the origin story of fried chicken. That's great too, as well. So I have to be careful of telling people, hey man, just just get the grass-fed chicken or just get organic, because not everybody can afford that as well. And if you can afford it, then yeah, get some grass-fed chicken. It tastes really good as well.
I imagine you probably took a break from chicken. After
Oh yes.
So did you wait? How long did you wait?
I probably waited about 6-7 months because at that point I didn't need to. I've had enough chicken.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, I've had enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think chickens, when they see me, they were like, oh no, him again. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you, Mo.
Thanks
we really appreciate you joining
I really
us.
appreciate it, man.
And Big Chicken, a fast food conspiracy, is now streaming on Netflix. Next up here, the top style trends for every kid as we get ready to go back to school. Back to school shopping is already underway for many families across the country. I know, Leslie, our household is already getting ready for the season.
Same. That's right, and back to school doesn't just mean what goes in your kids' backpacks. It's the backpacks themselves and, of course, their wardrobes. This segment is sponsored by The Children's Place, and we're joined now by their spokesperson and Chief Customer Officer, Lisa Paulette, to talk about what's in style for this school season. And, Lisa, we're very excited because we've seen some real cuties around here.
Oh, thank you. I mean, everyone's getting ready for back to school, and for a lot of parents, it could be a very stressful time. But that's what's great about The Children's Place. It's a one-stop shop. It has everything you need. We're going to show you some of our favorite looks today: soup to nuts, clothes, accessories, everything that you'll need for the first day, picture day, party day, whatever you need.
What should parents plan for?
Oh, to make it easy.
Yeah.
Parents need something that's easy for them. They need a trusted brand. We've been around since 1969. People have always come to us. They trust us for how we can outfit their children head to toe in one stop.
One-stop shopping. I am all about that.
Absolutely.
We have some adorable models to show us exactly how it's done. Let's bring out Coco right now. She is our first look, and she's got the fashion icon look.
So cute.
Hello, Coco.
Hi, Coco. So Coco is dressed head to toe in basically a wardrobe staple. This showcases our denim line. As you can see, this is the wide leg denim with such the cute butterfly applique. She's got the varsity t-shirt, which is not only is it all cotton, but it doesn't have a tag in it, so it's super comfortable.
Yes.
And she has uniform ready, low top sneakers on. The whole outfit is layered, it's personalized, it makes her feel confident. She feels like herself. It's perfect.
The butterflies are perfect. I know my 7-year-old is all about the butterflies, and the tag-free is key.
Tag-free is key. Kids have to feel comfortable to feel confident.
Yep.
That's great. Now we're showing the team captain. This is going to be
Thank you,
Alexander.
Coco.
Thank you, Coco. We love the look. And Alexander, come on out. This is great for kids who wear uniforms to school. But it can also, look at that. You don't have to compromise on personality.
Not at all. I mean, this is for the child who wants a little bit more polished of a look. So the chino is often the basics of the uniform, but you could still personalize it and make it your own. If you open it up, he's got the button-down t-shirt. The chino has been washed for softness. It passes all the wear tests. The puffer jacket is hooded. It's lightweight, but it's really warm, and it's also wind resistant and water resistant.
So good.
Looking sharp, Alexander.
Alexander, turn around and show them the splatter backpack. Amazing.
Very cool. Very cool. Well done. All right. Thank you, Alexander.
Wow.
Okay, and last but certainly not least, the showstopper look. Come on out, Bryn.
I mean, come on. Is Bryn not beautiful? She has the smock dress. This is really a party look. This is really a get ready and go, show your personality. It pulls over for an easy fit. She's got our premium cropped hooded fleece on. And she has our gorgeous little Mary Jane.
Those are
the
so
whole
cute.
outfit is so perfect for parties, for picture day. She's just gorgeous.
It's an easy go-to for any
go-to.
girl.
All of these, head to toe, easy go-to.
Excellent. Bryn, thank you so much, and thanks to all 3 of our child models. And Lisa, you have a special deal just for our GMA audience.
I do. So just this weekend only, Saturday and Sunday, go to any Children's Place store, mention GMA, and you can get a $10 backpack.
You say GMA when you go in the store?
You say GMA when you go in the store, you get a $10 backpack. If you're not near a store, you can go online, and it's GMA TCP 26.
Oh, that's fabulous.
It's your secret password.
It is.
Because you're watching right now.
That's true.
I want to see all of them out here one more time. One more time.
Okay,
Everybody out here. You guys look so good.
Coco, Alexander, and Bryn.
Thank you guys. You guys did so well. And thank you so much, Lisa.
Thank you.
Thank you to our sponsor, Children's Place, for these great fashion finds. And coming up, we're going inside the hottest show of the summer. Have you heard? The Shards. That's up next.
Okay, we are back now with the new series, The Shards. It is so good. Rhiannon and Allie sat down with the cast to learn more about the 80s high-stakes drama.
Let's start with going back to the 80s, because none of you were born in the 80s. So in a few words, I want each of you to tell me what that was like.
Fashion and hair. It's a time capsule.
I think it made me nostalgic for a time that I wasn't alive for. I really appreciated that no one was on their phones. Other than the murders, it was a simpler
Yeah,
time.
murders aside, it's a simpler time.
Kaya Gerber and Homer Gear. Her mom is Cindy Crawford. His dad, Richard Gere.
Oh, hi. You must be Robert Mallory.
You must be Susan.
As children of superstars who first made a splash in the 80s, there's something apropos about these two now starring in a sexy new show set in that very era.
Being a teenager in 1981 was perhaps the last moment of our youth.
Welcome to The Shards, where well-heeled teenagers live with the freedom of adults as they come of age, stalked by a serial killer known as the Trawler.
It's like young people, sex, drugs, rock and roll, money, freedom, you know, in a Lord of the Flies kind of way to see what happens when the parents are away.
It was supposed to be the best year of our lives. Me, my girlfriend, and our two best friends had it all. Until the hot new guy showed up.
It's what feels like life and death to this group of high school seniors against the backdrop of actual life and death.
It's like two different shows being filmed at the same time.
Yeah.
We're kind of like having the fun high school, you know, party things, and then on the flip side of that is like real Ryan Murphy, American Horror Story type things.
Are you okay?
Matt Kellner is missing.
Who was the most excited that it was a Ryan Murphy show?
Oh, man. I mean,
all of you?
Yeah,
I think all of us. It's impossible to not be a fan of Ryan Murphy, and I think we all grew up watching all of his shows.
Murphy is famous for casting the children of Hollywood royalty, like Grace Scummer, daughter of Meryl Streep, who played Caroline Kennedy in Love Story, an American Horror Story featuring Billie Lourd, daughter of Carrie Fisher, and Scream Queens cast Emma Roberts, daughter of Eric Roberts and niece of Julia Roberts.
Kaya and Homer, I have to ask, because obviously your mom is Cindy Crawford, your dad's Richard Gere. They were married for a short time. What was their reaction?
Sisters?
Breaking news.
Cut.
Siblings?
No, we're not related. We're not related.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Just want to make sure.
What was their reaction to you guys working together?
I was honestly so excited to meet Homer.
We never met.
We had never met before,
Oh, wow.
and we had some mutual friends, and so I'd heard really lovely things about him. And what's so wonderful about working with Homer is like we very quickly became very close.
Homer, do you feel
I feel the same way. Of course I do.
Did your dad give you any insight into playing that character for this show?
Most of the advice I got from my dad was how to carry yourself on set and how to make the job kind of work for you.
If each of you were thrown into a real life thriller, who would survive? Who would be the first to...
Igby.
Oh, I think it's Hayes, to be honest.
I think I'd be the first out.
I think you would absolutely be
out.
Yeah,
But I love that you said that, Igby. Say it again.
I think it's me, man.
Try to sit down with the trawler and be like, why are you
Emotional
trawling?
vulnerability.
Yeah. Talk to me.
A willingness to go there.
Yeah, I see you.
They've got such a great chemistry.
chemistry.
They're really cool. The first 2 episodes of The Shards are streaming right now on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus, with new episodes dropping every Wednesday. I can't wait for episode 3 tomorrow. That's gonna be fun. All right, we'll be right back.
All right, that'll do it. Thanks for watching.
Have a great day, everybody.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.